we have 30 knots staying wind, topside, gust, 40.
What was splashed? Mark bearing range.
The video on screen just now was recently leaked footage taken by a U.S. Navy ship on an undisclosed mission. It's the video of a very unusual craft exhibiting unusual behavior and defying conventional aircraft movements. Amazingly, as it appears, it descends into the water without any apparent wreckage or recovery. And as you may have seen too, after the leak, the stunning video for what it represents was featured on many mainstream news channels, podcasts, and viewed or listened to all around the world. It gets the mind racing, raising again the serious question of, are we alone? And if who or what is out there, is Earth being visited, and for what purpose? All important questions, especially if you are not bothered by the type and poor quality of the video. It dampens the interest, actually. It's an open sore point and unending fodder for debunkers who literally tease and mock UFO reporters about not once providing a clear camera shot of any unidentified craft, and especially with the explosion of high-resolution smartphones globally. The big question is what? Just what is preventing us from seeing clear, irrefutable evidence of unidentified flying objects? Irrefutable evidence, as was just shown in that video. With a video like that, we all could relate and accept that we are not alone once and for all, right? For those of us, though, who have seen UFOs, and for those of us who have heard the stories, we either blindly believe in the reported UFO cases or find ways to get as close to the real thing as possible. But how do we do that if there is no clear view of actual sightings? I know. We let the mind go, right? Okay then, let's float on. By the way, what are UFOs, and by extension, what are USOs? If you are not familiar, here's a little context. An organization was recently formed in the United States known as the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, AARO. The main task of this new American-led organization is investigating, documenting, and reporting on unidentified flying objects, UFOs, and other phenomena in the air, sea, space, or on land. These phenomena are nowadays sometimes referred to as unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP, or unidentified anomalous phenomena. A rather broad definition captures all mediums we are familiar with by physics, but many ufologists dub UFOs using the water or the sea as a medium, as USOs. Okay, so as not to overcomplicate so we can get some straight answers, let's agree to narrow our focus to USOs. Some folks have never had the luck of seeing a UFO, much less a USO, and will express doubt they ever will. So it begs the question then, where in the world are these craft being seen? Surprisingly, USO reports indicate the Caribbean Sea is one of the most prominent USO hotspots globally. Numerous reports and sightings of water-based unidentified objects have occurred in this region. Other regions with reported USO activity include the Bermuda Triangle, the Pacific Ocean, and the Mediterranean Sea. And what of the types of USO craft people are seeing? Apparently, many USOs appear as spherical or disc-shaped craft. They exhibit unconventional movements, such as hovering, rapid acceleration, and sudden dives into water. Let's take a look at the specific type of vehicles being reported. First up are transmedium vehicles, known as such because of their capability of operating both in the air and underwater. If the reports are accurate, these highlight our own inability to operate seamlessly in both mediums with the same vehicle and at speeds that would instantly break any man-made craft as we know them. Next up are luminous lights unidentified vehicles. Here, witnesses often describe USOs emitting bright lights or changing colors, and apparently are quite the sight to behold. Lastly are what are known as extreme depth tolerance vehicles, known as such, as witnesses have observed the unidentified objects at various depths, from surface level to deep underwater, and incredibly, unlike crashed aircraft, they leave no visible wreckage or debris when they submerge. Try as we may, It's hard to not avoid going down the rabbit hole whether it's the topic of USOs or UFOs. It's also safe to say that given all current knowledge, these vehicles can't be man-made. Here is the deal. Once you accept that submersibles and other unidentified craft are real, then there is no stopping the speculation as to where they may be from. And in fact, there are many theories. Let's look at the extraterrestrial origins theory. Some ufologists propose that vehicles with the ability demonstrated by USOs originate from extraterrestrial civilizations. They believe these advanced beings use underwater bases or vehicles to explore Earth's oceans. This other theory may actually terrify some folks. It's what ufologists call the intraterrestrial theory, which propose that USO craft are coming from within Earth itself. These proponents speculate about ancient underwater structures and hidden civilizations operating right in our own backyard. Ever heard of the hollow Earth theory? Well, simply put, it's an age-old idea that right here on the planet, there is another civilization right beneath our own. Radical indeed, and a topic deserving of its own video. I told you this was a rabbit hole. Intriguing nonetheless. Let's now examine the inevitable question of why USOs are visiting planet Earth. Well, how do you fancy living in a zoo? Because that's exactly what the first theory suggests. Extraterrestrial aliens may very well be visiting the planet for the purpose of observation and study. Supporters of this idea argue that aliens are monitoring our planet, its ecosystems, or even human activity going back thousands of years. The position rhymes with the ancient astronaut theory documented and narrated in the long-running American TV series since 2009. Similar to extraterrestrial origin theory, intraterrestrial theories suggest that USOs are remnants of ancient civilizations or part of a hidden network connected to Earth's history. Another theory of why USOs may be visiting Earth is for resource gathering to include their own needs or as part of a larger cosmic agenda. Indeed, aliens tapping into Earth's geothermal energy or other underwater energy sources is a well-documented and discussed idea. Okay, finally. In closing this chapter on possible purposes for USOs visiting Earth, it is proposed that USOs visit Earth for ongoing interaction with marine life and possibly influencing ocean ecosystems. Sounds rather benign, right? I am sure most of us would not mind too much if this last idea was the only reason and turned out to be actually true. Okay, so we are back to the original question raised. Why can't we get clear pictures of unidentified craft sightings to settle this argument of whether USOs and unidentified objects are real once and for all? Turns out that there are many and varied reasons for our dilemma. First up are limitations of recording equipment, where witnesses to craft are using consumer cameras to take shots. It is argued that the reports of the most USO sightings occur unexpectedly, and witnesses often do not have optimal settings for low-light conditions or fast-moving objects. The next reason up is that USO sightings happen at night or in low-light environments. While infrared and night vision cameras can detect heat signatures, their resolution and clarity might still be subpar. This is very likely the case of the submersible craft shown in the very grainy video at the start. This next reason we all can understand. USOs and other unidentified objects are often seen at considerable distances from the observer. Even with zoom capabilities, the resulting footage may lack detail due to atmospheric distortion and limitations of the camera lens. Additionally, digital zoom is known to degrade image quality significantly by enlarging pixels rather than capturing more detail. Videos of USOs are also typically of poor quality because of atmospheric conditions and recordings being done from operated machinery. In fact, poor weather conditions such as fog or haze can obscure UFOs by scattering light in the atmosphere, which in turn will affect the clarity of objects being recorded. Like poor weather, heat distortion too affects the distribution of light and can cause distortion, especially in infrared footage. Another reason for the poor quality video footage is the result of fast movements and erratic behavior of alien objects. Many reports speak of rapid and unpredictable movements by unidentified craft, making the tracking of such motions with a camera very challenging, resulting in shaky or blurred footage. Also, the fast speed objects are traveling at are beyond what typical cameras can handle, and that leads inevitably to motion blur. So now we arrive at the last reason offered. It's by no means insignificant too. When sightings occur, psychological forces including a startle response from the shock or surprise, which can affect the focus on the object being recorded and which may overwhelm their ability to stabilize the camera or adjust settings. Oh dear, seemingly there is just no end to the reasons why poor quality videos on USOs and UAPs are and may very well remain a fact of life. Unfortunate is an understatement, since all we are asking for is just that one clear, high-quality video that answers the most important question facing mankind once and for all. That video with amazing footage and clarity would certainly do it. There is only one problem, though. That footage is generated, or more appropriately enhanced, by AI. The realistic representation, which would have required a massive special effects budget just months ago, is a frightening testament to how far AI video has come and a strong indication of where the space will be in another year from now. It's mind-boggling, to say the least. If you are wondering, the video just now was generated by kaiber.ai and not OpenAI's Sora, as you may have thought, which uses text to video. We simply brought two assets, the USO original footing and the ocean scenery, together in canva.com, then rendered for a blended output in kaiber.ai using its version 3 offering. So, after all, there is no magic unidentified craft camera shot in existence, and the probability of having one soon seems extremely low. I dare say, too, that the poor quality image capture of reported on unidentified craft will remain the bane of reporters, and until someone comes forward with a real-life high-resolution USO or other unidentified object camera shot, kaiber.ai and its version 3 will have to do in satisfying my curiosity, at least for the time being. And when OpenAI drops Sora, all hell may very well break loose with the creativity that will be unleashed. At that point, the difference between what may actually be real USO footage and digitally generated film could very well be totally indistinguishable. And at that point, we really could not ask for more. By the way, on the leaked footage from the opening segment of the video, UFO enthusiast, investigative filmmaker Jeremy Corbell is the name on record credited with releasing the footage. Corbell suggests that the UFO could be a trans-medium vehicle, meaning it can operate both in the air and underwater. He speculates that the UFO might use a gravitational propulsion system beyond our current technological understanding. Finally, the Pentagon has confirmed that the recorded footage of the UFO or USO leaked by Corbell forms part of ongoing investigations into UAP sightings. Thank you for checking out our AI-based videos at W3W. Your visiting and interacting are sources of motivation to keep on going in this brand new world of unprecedented AI innovation. Of course, we invite you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As an extension of your visit, we invite you to also check out our website at ai.w3whq.com and other social media pages. The links can all be found in the description section below. See you soon. And may the force of AI be with you always. The W3W channel is run by a real-life founder with real-life and business aspirations, running what has for the last year being an AI-focused pioneering channel with AI-tasked hosts. We have an overwhelming interest in the AI space and its long-term progress and development. Your support is our real joy.